I'm going to do a quick video today, but this comment reads, hi, big fan there. Thank you very much. Can you also cover her normal attacks? There is an extra thingy somewhere, 200%-ish. Don't know how it works. Okay, so I believe what you're talking about is how her bond of life works, how the ratio works on the increase in damage. So a couple things that we're going to look at is that we're going to look at her stats and some other stuff. So right now, out of a fight, 1D, like my split, 101.1 over 169.7, it's crazy. Pyro damage bonus, 61.6% on her pyro damage bonus. When we go into combat, it's going to go up over 100%. It's going to be 101.6 because of a passive. Now, right here on her normal attack, when Arlecchino has a bond of life, blah, 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 she enters the Mask of the Red Death state, where her normal attacks, charging and plunging attacks will be converted to deal pyro damage, which is correct, which is normal. This little part is what they're talking about. Arlecchino's normal attacks will deal extra damage to opponents on hit that scales off her attack multiplied by a certain ratio of her current bond of life percentage. This will consume 7.5% of said current bond of life. Now, I could not find the actual ratio. I don't think that it is this right here. I could not find, unless I'm just completely missing it, the actual mathematical ratio. However, I can show you how it works. So we're going to go into this domain and we are going to look at Arlecchino doing her stuff, right? And kind of a little bit deeper dive as to how her bond of life works. I'm going to make a much deeper dive on it with the green screen and everything, but I just got home from work and I got to get this video out within like the next couple hours. So I'm not going to set up the green screen. Now, her skill is going to apply this directive mark. After 5 seconds, it will do an instance of damage, but it'll also grow. You see how it just grew right there, right? Now, if you look at our HP bar, we don't have any bond of life. It also just did it again. If we charged attack, we absorb the directive, and you see that we now have a bond of life on us. That's what the red thing around her HP bar is. 12,000, 11,000. As you can see, the damage is going to go down as we do more attacks because the bond of life goes down. Because the bond of life goes down, the ratio decreases. So we want to reapply it, let it take a tick mark. Once everything's tick marked, we're going to do a charge attack to absorb it all. We now have full bond of life. If we do an attack, 16,000. 15.6, 15.6, 13.1. It is recalculating the ratio, the increase in damage ratio of the bond of life every single time that we do it. It's every so often. So we just applied it again. We're going to wait, let it tick mark up, and then we're going to absorb it, giving us more bond of life. First hit is going to be 15,000 again. So you can see that as we use the bond of life, as it goes down, we are going to get a lesser ratio. I'm going to heal real quick. So I'm going to clear the bond of life and I'm going to reapply it. Now, instead of just running around doing nothing, we can take this opportunity to go through our rotation, allowing the bond of life to grow, right? Then whenever we absorb it, we are getting the damage. We are getting an increase of damage because of swirl. We are getting an increase of damage because of melts. That is the time that you go through your rotation. Let's go back in there and we're going to do it again. So Arlecchino's rotations are very important. So we want to apply the directive and swirl. Now you can see they've already marked up. So we're going to absorb them. And because of Kazuha, because of VV, because of the extra damage bonus, everything like that, we're going to be doing more damage even with less bond of life. Once the skill has cooled down, we're going to reapply it. Doing some attacks. Once it has gone up, we're going to do a charge attack to absorb it, and we get more bond of life again. So beating enemies decreases the cooldown and it can increase the bond of life. Arlecchino beating the enemies that she's applied it to can do it. There's a lot of ways to increase bond of life, but we want to make sure that we allow it to tick up. Once it is ticked up, we can actually go through our rotation to get the Bond of Life's active. You see that there's some 23,000 because we have a full Bond of Life. Arlecchino just died. Because I'm trying not to use her burst to heal up. I don't even know if I'll leave that in there. That was funny. I was watching it and I was about to use her burst. Since we're not in combat, we can heal Arlecchino. You can use foods and stuff on Arlecchino outside of combat. So let's go back in there one more time. I might even leave that in there just because it was kind of funny. So as you can see, once we do that and we get the swirl going, we are in combat. Oops, sorry, Arlecchino. We now have 128% pyro damage bonus. That is from her passive. That is from having a pyro damage goblet, and that is from Kazuha swirling with Kazuha's passive, giving us the elemental damage bonus, right? Like everybody, even Layla, is gonna have 26.6% pyro damage bonus because of Kazuha. So we are having a lot of pyro damage bonus. We have the really weird, crazy crit split. And now we just need to get her the Bonds of Life. So as you can see, we applied it. We waited for it to tick up once. We can then go back through our rotation if we wish to allow for the cooldown of the skill. We want to get Bond of Life up. So we're going to reapply it here. Same thing, we're going to go back through our rotation, and then we're going to take it. We're going to do a charge attack, 25,000 damage, 19,000 damage. You can see it's going back down. We need to reswirl and get that back up. And our Bond of Life is super low again, so where the damage is going down. So Arlecchino has quite an interesting rotation where you apply the directive, or you apply the skill. Then you want to start going through your other characters on the rotation, so that way it has time to get the Bond of Life. Then you go back to Arlecchino, you charge attack, and you absorb it all. You want to get as much Bond of Life as you can. And the Bond of Life can come from her skill. Also applies it. Her burst takes it all away. It clears it. Oops, sorry. Her skill applies it. As you can see right here, it will apply it. Her burst takes it away and heals her. Arlecchino will be granted all of this stuff. So that'll be it for this video. If you have any questions, be sure to leave it down in the comments. Myself or someone else, be sure to answer it, and I'll see you in the next one.